And welcome to Alter My Closet. I'm Jennifer, and in my last video, I mentioned that we would be preparing for today's video. So I also mentioned you getting a garment of your choice. My garment is going to be this jacket here. This is a very old jacket, by the way, but I'm going to restore it with, using different buttons. I actually removed these old buttons from the jacket, and I'm going to be replacing it with buttons like this, a little more decorative. So as you can see, they're different made shape buttons. This one has a little one eye hole there, and this one has like 4 holes there. So one of the subscriber did ask about other ways that we could attach buttons to garments besides sewing with the traditional needle and thread. And I did a little research and found that we can use what's called the bread tie, that you use to secure the bread in the plastic bag. And it would be something like this with the wire in it and that little paper covering it. Or we can use a glue gun, with the glue stick, right? Which I did mention that this will be an experiment for me too, because I've never tried that. I said I'm old school, so yes, it's good to try new things. And I appreciate that subscriber for mentioning this because I wouldn't have known. Who would have thought? So, anyway, what we're going to need is, of course, our garment and our little tools, I say. So, first, let's try with the bread tie. So, I was able to strip the bread tie down to this, okay? And let's see. I went ahead and ran it through my fabric. So, as you can see here, it's ran through the fabric. I put a mark where I'm going to be placing my buttons. So that's what you'd want to do first, is to put the mark where each button is gonna go. So like this jacket here has 1, 2, 3, 4 buttons. Sorry, 4 buttonholes. So I'm gonna need 4 of these buttons. And look, we can get all fancy and creative and use different buttons. We could use this, we could use this, we could use this. Who says it has to be all the same buttons? And that's how we just get creative and fancy, right? So that's an idea that we can do. But let's go ahead and try. I'm hoping you have all your stuff that you need. So I'm going to run this through and see how this works. So I'll be running it through the buttonhole and try to run it back through. Let me see if I can run it back through the same hole that I have it in there. Let's see how this works. Look, guys, it's secure. It's secure. Look. All right. And then what I could probably do is, let me see if I can try to, okay, try to twist it around there, right? Put that twist there. And like I said, I'm not sure how, people go about wearing it, so it's, it not sticking out. So just a matter of twisting it and securing it to where you would cut off your excess, what you don't need, and your button is secure. Yay! So comment in the comment section if you got that. Look, I'm pulling it, guys. It's going nowhere. So awesome. Nice. So that works. Okay. All right. So on the next button, let's see. Okay. We're going to do the needle and thread. So you want to get a thread that matches close to your fabric. And so, it's not sticking out. And for this, like I said, it just has that one hole there. So you want to mark your fabric where you're going to put that hole. For me, on this old garment, it has the marks already where the buttons were removed from, right? So I'm going to start by having the needle on the inside of the garment. So I'm going to be, oh, and you want to make sure too you put a knot on the end of your thread. Okay, so you're going to stick it through, run it through a couple of times. You don't have to go up, in and out. You can just go ahead and run the needle through with the thread a couple of times on top of the fabric. Okay. Then you want to get your button. You're going to run the needle through all the way down. I may have too much thread here, so it's tangling up, but you don't have to use as much thread as I used. You want to use your finger to secure the button, keep it in place, and you're going to go through the fabric at this point. Okay, I'm gonna go back, and you're gonna go in and out, because what you're aiming to do is to secure the button in place. You're gonna run the needle through the hole of the button. You're gonna go back through the fabric. Okay, you're gonna go back, so you're going in and out, like I said. And then you're gonna go through the hole of the button, and then back through. Right? So it's kind of like a three-step process there. Through the hole, back through the fabric, pull that needle through, back up, back through the hole of the button, and back through the fabric. Okay, so you do that until you feel like your button is secure enough, and then you want to secure your thread. I'm gonna just go ahead and give a few tacks on the inside of the fabric. Okay, and one more. Okay, and cut. All right, so that's the needle and thread, the traditional way of sewing, and I understand my subscriber who doesn't like to do that, but it's not that tedious. So that is my next button that's attached. So one with the needle and thread, and the other with the braid tie secured. Okay, and I know these are not the same size, but just for the sake of demonstration, I just used what I had, but I'll be getting the same size buttons as I have here. Also, always trying to remember to size your buttons with the hole that's in the garment so that they're not, that they'll fit perfectly when, you get them buttoned. And there are two other little tools that you may need, like this here to remove your buttons, that thread. This has a pointy end right there, and you can use this to remove your old thread if you're replacing buttons, and as far as removing and putting new ones. And then a thimble. This here, will protect your finger from any accidents, being stuck by needles or stuff like that. But yeah, so I think I've covered everything. Now, as far as with the glue, I think that's kind of I won't use this, but because I don't want to use this on my fabric, but there are people who use the glue stick to secure, do different DIY projects on clothing and things like that. But it just depends with me. I don't want to use that, but there's an option to use the glue stick to hold your buttons in place. All right. Yeah, so the last video that I put out, I mentioned the events that are taking place this month, and I forgot to mention Teachers Appreciation Week. That will be next week, May 6th through the 10th. Now, I just want to recognize all teachers all across the world, and even parents just being teachers, because parents are the first teachers ever for their children. So I just wanted to give recognition there. I'm a teacher myself, so just wanted to recognize all teachers for the great work and the hard work that they do for our kids. And also, just want to congratulate all graduates across the world. I know it's very tedious to stay focused, but you've come this far, and this is a great milestone for you all. So just stay encouraged, stay lifted up, and do the best that you can. And also, one of my previous videos, I talked about hemming a pant leg. So, there was a time where I didn't wear the pants that I was showing in the demonstration. I didn't wear it because the hem had come loose, and I just didn't want to be bothered with hemming it. And so, yeah, finally finished hemming my pants leg. And like I was saying, normally, I try to match my clothing and all that when I wear them. So I was able to wear this with the pants. Here goes the pants. So it's back, guys. And yeah, this is my outfit today. So, yep, that's the rewarding feel you'll have when you do an alteration to your clothing. Okay, so just want to wrap up that video, and I hope this helped someone out there. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe as we grow, and I'll see you in the next video.